Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to another stream. We've got some more Train Sim World 4. We're back to request the route, so get your requests in. Aaron, welcome to the stream. Hank, welcome to the stream. Anyone else that's here, welcome to the stream. Aaron, I know you got your request in. Hank, I know you technically Hank got his request in first, but Aaron, you did say that you had the request, so I'll put 5 Circle first, then we'll do Russ Ignored with a BR101, and we'll see where we go. Connor, hello, my friend. How you doing? Aaron, I don't know if I'll be able to replicate exactly the that passenger experience video, but I'll do what I can. I'll run a 170. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll make it a bit cloudy. I do remember that it was a little bit cloudy, wasn't it? So I'll get some cloud going, but I won't be able to replicate exactly the environment and the run exactly as it was, you know. So we'll get as close as we can. I want to do something as close to 30 minutes as possible. That's like the closest we have. Oh, shunt. I'm not doing a shunt service. Let's do this one. Edinburgh to Dundee. Kicks off. No. Let's do. I want to start off at Edinburgh. Let's do this one. We'll make it a little bit cloudy. Glad to hear you're doing well, Connor. All right, Hank. I just saw your message. All right, my friend. That worked out well then. I'm doing very well, Connor. Thank you. I'm doing very well. How are you, Simon? Hello, Simon. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, Simon. I think we need some more clouds, isn't it? I think we need a lot more clouds. So hold on, okay, let me get us started here. It's initializing. We'll do our lights. Stay running. Turn lights off. Off. Got a lovely HST in the background. Right. Let's add some more clouds. There you go. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Oh, let me move this way a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I want to be glad to hear you're doing good, Connor. Yeah, it was fully scattered with clouds to the max. Yeah. I mean, we've got it pretty dull right now, so pretty accurate. Pretty accurate to Scotland IRL. Man, I envy PC users with your new timetables. Yeah, man, we saw I don't know if you got to catch it at any point, but we had a look at the rapid transit one yesterday that was released, and it was pretty good, man. Pretty good. No, it's not insane that constantly there was something going past, but it was really good, man. Really good, especially if you compare it to the default timetable. So I can't compare. I love PC, man. I love being this was literally the reason why, aside from frame rates and graphics, this was the reason why I moved on to PC gaming. It's been over a decade now. I remember my first experience with mods, which is arguable because it wasn't actually an experience, but I found out about mods on YouTube and I wanted to mod my GTA San Andreas. So I downloaded the mods, put them on a USB, and tried to put the USB into my PS2. And nothing was happening. I was like, why? I don't understand. I put them in, I'd load up the game, but I'm not seeing my cars. You know, it was car mods. And I wasn't seeing my cars, and I was so confused. And then I got to learn as I got older that it was a PC only thing, and yeah, man. Never looked back. I saw there's a new option of timetable. Yeah, I would recommend, if you do visit the stream yesterday, because the video of it is up, watch the service we did with the Talon 2, because that was from end to end and what should have been a busy period of time, so it would have been what should have been the busiest time of the route. So again, it wasn't something where you were constantly seeing trains, but compared to the base timetable, yeah, big difference, man. But then, this is the beauty of mods. You've got that, Then you've got all the little enhancements here and there, and then the weather, and then the graphics enhancements as well in the mod. So it's like all these mods collectively make driving in this game great. Yes, yes, Aaron, this is the route. 5 circle. This is indeed the route. We've got a modded timetable in here as well, as you probably saw a couple of minutes ago. That makes a difference, especially around Edinburgh. It makes a difference. There's a whole new train that mod brings as well, not the timetable one, but I think it was the enhancement pack for this. It brings in the Lumo train, which is a whole new train operating company. Don't know how they've done it, but yeah, it's very heavy on performance, so I will tell you. But again, just more realism, man. Just more realism. I guess they can't do a full timetable because the main platforms at Leipzig aren't modeled. Well, apparently it was the 2023 timetable, but there was quite limited information. Give me a second. Okay, volume's okay. Right. So yeah, so there was quite limited information on the mod itself. Restream bot shouldn't still be showing up in the chat box below me somewhere. It shouldn't be showing up. I'll have to see about that later on. But yeah, it said 2023 timetable that it was based off the real life 2023 timetable, but there wasn't info in terms of there wasn't detailed information. The page made mention of the new like line numbers and the trains, but there wasn't really much more information than that. So how much exactly is there and what can't be there compared to the real life timetable, I actually have no idea. Didn't expect it to go live so early. Internet's getting checked out. All right, Punk. Well, I mean, I put an announcement like 2 hours ago or so. Well, I made an initial announcement earlier, but the one of the actual time was only not. Well, I say only. It was a couple hours ago, but still managed to bang it in somewhat afternoon, evening time. So I'm happy about that. Glad your internet's getting looked at, though. Glad your internet is getting looked at. Also did laundry today. Nice. Thank you, Aaron. I'm aware. The point of Restream bot is that so people on Twitch can see what the people on YouTube are saying, and the people on YouTube can see what the people on Twitch are saying. So it's just relaying info. Otherwise, I may reply to somebody on YouTube, and the people on Twitch will be like, who are you talking to? And vice versa. So it does have a purpose, and it does do it well. It's just that I don't want it to show in the chat box, because it means that the same chat gets put there twice. And I did try to sort that out earlier. For some reason it hasn't, so I need to put more work into taking a look at it. Thank you for letting me know, though. Can I do double restream bot job? No, thank you, Aaron. No need for that. No need, mate. If you do double its job, then it's then what? As in copy over chat? I think that would end up having a detrimental effect overall. So we'll keep it as it is. Yeah. No, it's fine. Thank you. We'll keep things as they are. Like I said, it does its job well. I don't have any complaints. Did have issues with it in the past, but they've been ironed out now, so yeah, all good. Haymarket Depot was full of trains, got a 385. There's also a 385 coming into the station, as well as a 170 in the tunnel. There was a HST coming in when we first spawned in. I love this timetable around Edinburgh, man. Especially around this time of day as well. Makes this and of course it's not only the timetable, it is the enhancement pack as well, but those two definitely make the route worth the money. And I just find it such a shame, that Rivet ends up getting paid for got 385 goods overtaking us. They're getting paid for other people's work, because a lot of people wouldn't have bought this route if it was solely down to the work that Rivet Games did. That was really cool, by the way. I like that. Get the brakes on nice and early. The biggest problems with Train Planet is performance and UI overload. Yeah, UI overload as well. I actually didn't touch on that recently. I did, though, I think, on my video. But there is just way too much going on. Way too much going on. Like, performance, it is kind of expected that performance won't be great. That's sort of the general... That's sort of what happens with games in early access. Well, I don't know what that demo was, whether it was alpha, beta, early access, no clue. But usually before full release, you would expect a game to not have the best performance, and then by the time it gets to release, it's usually ironed out. But nonetheless, a demo is meant to be a demonstration of the full game, so yeah, would have liked to see it a bit more optimized. And it's just a little bit annoying, in my opinion, that there's no like official website, there's no forum, there's no nothing for the developers. So there's nowhere to see like development or interact with, you know, with the developers, or just have a place to talk about the game. It's really odd, and it makes me a little worried about what sort of game it's going to be. Rivet should reach out to these mod makers. If they had some humility, they would, Simon. You know, everyone knows how obviously shoddy the route was upon release. And Rivet's attitude, whether it was Jasper himself, whether it was the other developers, their attitudes to the problems that people are pointing out and to the people themselves was disgusting, man. So, them having the humility to accept that these modders have done a better job of their own work and could benefit them, I just don't see that. I don't see them doing that at the moment. Rivet seems to have a particular culture. It's not just one person that acted out of character. The whole company, everyone that was from Rivet, that was, you know, speaking to people publicly, we all had the same attitude and the same like level of rudeness and whatnot. So it seems to be just a culture. That's just how they are there. Though I absolutely love the tips from the bottom telling you everything to press on a computer keyboard. I've skipped every tutorial, I'm writing it, and it saves me. What about when you had to start up the 218 and the whole train shakes? I really like that, and I also really like how there's litter. There's a lot of litter on the tracks, but only at stations. Small detail, but I think it actually makes such a difference in terms of immersion. But yeah, those tips as well, and they weren't only tips, but they were actually helpful. They were actually detailed and concise. They were detailed without being too long. Yeah, SimRel, Train Sim World, these games can really take some notes, you know. because the train shake especially. So I thought it was a bug initially. I didn't quite understand what was going on, and I don't know if it was in the video or not, but I was a little bit confused. And then I think when I ran it the second or third time, I realized, and I was like, whoa, this is a hell of a feature. So yeah, really good in my opinion. Of course, there's a lot more AI that we're gonna see as well as we make our way up. With the default timetable, from end to end, you would see maybe 2 or 3 trains if you were lucky. We've already seen like double that, and we've barely started. ACC also has a lot of good features. It does. It does. Well, I mean, it's the best racing sim in my opinion. Now, I haven't played iRacing, but from what I've read, people's opinions, I've played both games, and just from reading certain things about the game, I'd like to think it's the most realistic experience. So, which is why I'm drawn to it so much. iRacing is better in your opinion, but way too expensive. Well, I will be happy to agree with the expensive part. But what about it makes it better than ACC? Are the graphics more? Not graphics. I know the graphics aren't more realistic from what I've seen, but are the physics more realistic and the tracks? I have lots of hope for Train Planet, though we've had no indication if it's discontinued, won't be updated, what they're doing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's no website, there's no forum, there's no anything to keep us updated, you know? We're sort of just waiting. And it also just happened to come out of nowhere, seemingly. It just popped up. Very, very strange. But that's the thing. How, now, if certain members of the community are upset with the game or particular features of the game, how do we voice that to developers? How do we connect with them? One thing both Dovetail and the developers of SimRoll do very well is interact with players on their forums. And overall, it makes the game a whole lot better. The physics are better and I miss the open worlds. Well, I mean, fair enough with that, with regards to the open wheel in ACC not having it, but realistically ACC was more, it's always been a touring, like it's been a GT game, you know, so like you got the normal Assetto Corsa, which is more open to everything, but ACC's always been GT focused. Yeah, but if you say the physics are better, then yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to do some more research on it. But I would love to give it a go. Honestly, I would really love to give it a go. But man, I just can't wrap my head around paying a monthly fee for a game. And then it's not only a monthly fee, but you have access to everything. It's like you pay the monthly fee, and then on top of that, you pay sometimes extortionate prices for cars and tracks. So it's like, if you're not ready to go all out into it, it's not worth investing into. Or remain in the shadows until mentioned. Alright, Punk. As you please, my man. Oh, will Sunday be an AC stream? I don't know yet, Hank, my friend. I don't know yet. As soon as I know, I'll announce it on the Discord. But right now, I cannot say. iRacing and ACC are the best. iRacing has much more options. What happened to Automobilista? Because I feel like there was a period of time when a lot of people were saying Automobilista was like top. I think they might have quit and gave up for too many bugs and stuff, but to be honest. No. I don't think so. There's no bugs, really. Well, not that I noticed. I'm sure there are a few. But, yeah. Also, at least it's old. It is old. It is old. But I'm pretty certain there was a period of time, like I said, when people were just swooning over it. Maybe I've just made it up in my head. Maybe it was a different game. I don't remember. I mean, Aaron, if it uses 100% of your GPU, mate, that's good. You paid for the whole GPU, so, you know, your PC better use your whole GPU. It's not necessarily good or bad, but it's just not. It's definitely not a bad thing. I'll be back in an hour or so. All right, Hank. I shall see you then. We should still be here. We've got a boat now in the water. I cannot believe Rivet didn't think of adding a couple boats here and there. Google says it would decrease its lifespan and I can't get another PC for God knows how long. It will decrease its lifespan if your GPUs are 100% usage all the time. If it's just while you're gaming, that's completely fine. But if it's on 100% usage and you know is just that the whole time your PC is on, then yeah, that's a problem. That's when you should definitely take a look at what's causing that, and that will indeed. Well, I think it didn't Linus Tech Tips do they did a video, I believe, where they tested graphics cards that had been used for mining for years, just to see whether it's true about performance degradation. And if I remember correctly, there wasn't any performance degradation. Like, these graphics cards are built for purpose, you know, especially the gaming ones. So yeah, I don't think you need to worry about, as long as obviously you're not hitting high temps or temperatures are too high, you're all right. Either a single GPU and my CPU doesn't have integrated graphics. Can't believe they didn't think of that. What, to add boats? Yeah. Yeah. Like the outcry that took place on the forums and the Discord, I've never seen anything like it. I've been here since TSW2 and never seen an outcry like that. I mean, that's the thing. The community had never gathered in one voice like that before, so strongly. And then all the Rivet people were just there like, oh, what do you mean? What's the issue? You know, what's the problem? Oh, maybe you guys should give it a go instead, and then you'll know how hard it is. Well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're not being attacked for the sake of it. Benina Line was a great route. I didn't see any criticism for Benina Line. The only criticism I saw for that was the route length, which is a fair complaint. If someone's not happy with the route length, they're entitled to that. But other people are going to be fine with that. No one complained about the trains. No one complained about the scenery. No one complained about the timetable, because they've done a good job. Is 83 degrees Celsius too high? No, not at all. Too high for average. If you're gaming, no. If you're idling, perhaps. Well, I mean, to be fair, mine's sitting on 60 and I'm gaming, but I'm also not on 4K. If I switch it up to 4K, yeah, it would not be setting at 58 degrees, and I've also got a fan blowing next to it. No, I think if you're gaming and you're getting 83 degrees average, you're fine. I did not realize the brake was still on the whole time. If you're at 100% of zero apps running, that's caused by this. Fortunately, that's not an issue that I've had to face before. I've had an issue with overheating. I bought a, it was my RX 570, 580. I bought it from eBay, and I assume it was used for mining because those cards at that time, I think I bought it in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when mining was rife. And it said it wasn't used for mining, but I got it. Worked fine for a very, very, very short period of time. But anytime I'd run, forget running a game, anytime I'd run a YouTube video, within seconds, the fans would spin up to 100% and it would shut down constantly. And I'd never worked on a GPU before. I was comfortable with just PC hardware in general, but I'd never actually opened up a GPU. So I thought, you know what? This is going to be my first time. So I opened it up just to have a look at what the thermal paste was saying, and there was no thermal paste. It was just all, it was dry. What was left of it was just completely dry and like crusty, and the rest of it just wasn't there. So I cleaned off what was there, put some thermal paste that I had previously, that I had used previously, and put it back together, and it was perfect. Never had an issue with it to this day. $40,000 FPS in Word, Aaron, would be something different. It would be something different. So I'm going to announce the 6-hour stream as a thank you to you guys for 100 followers. I will put all the information in the Discord, including a poll where you guys can vote for which route you'd want to see me, which game, sorry, you'd want to see me play. I'm assuming it's going to either be Train Sim World or SimRail, but I'll let you guys decide. And then we'll do that some point next week, hopefully. SimRail. We'll see. If you want SimRail, vote for it when the poll comes out. I'll do it maybe tonight, maybe at some point tomorrow. I'm gonna be there for 6 hours doing Sim. Yeah, you're more than welcome, Aaron, if you want to be in the same server. You're more than welcome. I wonder if Holy Trucker managed to buy it as well. But yeah, if it is Emerald, then we'll do like maybe 3 hours of dispatching and then 3 hours of train driving. Then we'll start with train driving because, yeah, could be three, could even be a 4 hour journey, you know. So we'll start with that and then move to dispatching for the rest of the stream. You know what? I might put up Train Sim Classic there as well, you know. And then if we can do like a super long run. Let's say, for example, we do like Scotland from Edinburgh to London. That would be cool. Thing is, I just don't know what Train Sim Classic, how it would perform in terms of like streams. It's not a game that gets streamed very often. If it gets streamed at all. I think if he was here, we would have noticed him by now. He's usually active in the chat. Right, so this will be our last station. It's been half an hour already on this route. So we'll move on to Hank's request, which was Russ ignored, which he actually isn't here for, but it is all good. All right, so we'll do a handover here. I'll hand it over to our colleague. Relinquish service. Thank you very much. Alrighty, and let's head over to Germany. I should update the list as well. There we go. I haven't, no, Connor. Can't say that I've train spotted in Glasgow before. How did I press the Merringman, by the way? How did that happen? So he said the 101, which is by default. Oh, there's no 101 here. That doesn't run on here. Let's take something that does. I wonder what the 182 is like these days. It was very bugged once upon a time. Which is very poor for a paid DLC. It's on the 112. I haven't really driven that train much. I think he can't come because it won't be surprising if he got addicted and played with them. So, bro. Let's do this short one, 18 minutes. Yeah, Simrel can definitely suck you in, man. It can definitely suck you in. Especially like during the learning process where you're still sort of trying to get accustomed to a particular train, or even if you're trying to do dispatching. All right, we're ready to go off the bat. Train power on, train lights on as well. That should all be sorted for us already. What else do we have? Horn. Okay. Brake key on. All right, well, I like these little green lights, so we'll turn those on. Maybe move the camera a little bit forwards. We do have a red. Let's see if we can contact the signaler. Oh my god, we're moving very quickly. I did not expect us to get moving so quick. Wow. Also, what have we got here? Oh, that's why it's moving so quickly. It's a very small formation. When he said send route to open on startup. Right, so I mean, to be fair, would you... All right, 18 minutes, yeah. For some reason, I thought I had picked a long one. Trying to work out how it made sense. Right, so any and all route requests are welcome. It must be a timetable service, though. Nothing that would require... Nothing that will require free roam and spawning trains and the like. Aaron, if you've got another request, mate, you're more than welcome to share it as well, as we don't have anything right now. Did the train go above? Right. Well, first things first, I'm thankful that there's no annoying there's no annoying voice screaming at me. Second of all, I'm upset that I can no longer trust the speed selector. I did only set it to 80 kilometers, which is 50 miles an hour. Alright, let me put it to 80. See exactly what happens. So 80 is 80 kilometers an hour is 50 miles an hour. So I'm going to see what speed it goes up to. It just keeps going. 56. It just keeps going way above what I've set it to. I'll bear that in mind. Especially when we're under restriction, under PZB restriction. Yeah, it just doesn't slow down enough. Very similar in like control to the 143. I don't think I've driven this before, the 112. I've ran Hamburg-Lübeck once, and I believe it was with the Dosto. TSW2 routes, in my opinion, definitely still hold their own. Definitely. During the day. During the day. I can't say the same for the evenings. And the sunrise and sunsets. A lot of the... I remember running the Long Island Railroad journey mode, and a lot of the services there were nighttime services, and it was terrible. It was just terrible. S1 Vorarlberg, yes I can. What train do you want to see? The Talent, or what else was there? I don't remember what other train runs on there. Take a look once I finish with this one. The scenery on this route is great as well. I mean, look how many trees are, there are around. I'm seeing more trees here in the distant scenery than Samaringbon had. Non-cargo. Not a problem, Aaron, mate. Not a problem. This curve used to always annoy me when I was running through the journey mode, only because of how the objective marker is set up in TSW, whereby it will show you the distance if you were to beeline it from your destination, not the actual track distance. And so you'd get to around, let's say for example here, and because from here to here is quite close, it would only show like less than a mile. But of course, the more you continue up to come over, you're getting further away from this point. So then the distance would all of a sudden start climbing. But when you're looking forward to the end, because you've been running for an hour or so, the extra 5 minutes or so feels so much more tedious. It's all good fun though. Espan Vorarlberg is a great route as well, Aaron. That's a good shout. And as much as the talent faces so much criticism on that route, and it's mainly centered around audio, the criticism, because I don't know what they sound like IRL, I'm so easy with it. I think the sound is okay for how it looks. And I think the truth is, the day actually you watch a video, an IRL video of these trains, yeah, it won't be great. Right now, I'm definitely living in a bubble of ignorance is bliss. The 363 journey mode runs were really good here. The shunting, mostly. This, that portion of the journey mode, and the one scenario, was it a scenario? I don't think it was either a scenario or just a regular service mode on Cajon Pass. That was a shunting service as well, where the two services I think that actually, I wouldn't say made me fall in love with shunting, but gave me, or yeah, showed me a whole new perspective on it, because prior to trying them, I would have said, no way. I love driving a freight service. I'll get it from A to B. Everything else that happens after, I'm alright. If Simrel makes a route in Ireland, or on Ireland. I mean, I don't think, let's put it this way, Aaron. I'd be very surprised if they came out with, we're planning to do some lines in Ireland. I would have hold my breath. But who knows? Maybe one day, public editor of sorts will be released, and then maybe it'll be you that will give us Ireland. But for now, I wouldn't hold my breath. the latest news on the dispatch boxes that will be coming with the extension. It's very scary. Very, very scary. I definitely need to get some more dispatching time under my belt for sure. Island is very green as my best, as my first route will be my first ever train ride. Island's not in Train Sim Classic at all, is it, Aaron? Pop open one of these bad boys. Oh my god, that wasn't a great idea. That wasn't a great idea at all. Hopefully my steering wheel won't RIP in pieces. I didn't shake it though. Why did that happen? There is? Awesome. But TSW? What do you mean? Oh boy. Let's take care of Simro. That is fair enough. Well, we're gonna have Simro tomorrow. So, don't miss that stream, Aaron. Or is it pronounced different like TSE? Is what pronounced different, Aaron? I really hope no drink went inside my steering wheel, you know. Not that I'd be able to find it. Looks fairly intact. Train Sim Classic is at TSW or like TSC? Train Sim Classic is TSC. TSW is Train Sim World. Alrighty. Wait, where did that come from? I thought it was only going to be one stop. Alright, let's keep going then. Eventually. Hello, Fiery Dummy. Why have you only one car behind? I can't tell you why. Maybe this is just the nature of an RB56 service. Why are we slowing down all of a sudden? I have seen a couple of these around on different routes. There are some services that are just one car. You cannot rely on this speed control, man. I wonder how it's used IRL by drivers. Almost missed that. Might as well just hang at around 50 miles an hour because we do have a 40-kilometer limit come in. I mean, Faridomi, judging by how empty the train is, I would say this is probably a quiet service. Not really a busy one. There are local hauled services on S1 Vorarlberg, aren't there? I think the Taurus layers on. Might be wrong. Got a Vectron there as well, but we're going to do a passenger service. Nah, this was a really good route for its time. The scenery is actually incredible in terms of when this route was released. And even compared to a lot of what we get today. This is nice, man. It's starting to fill up now, which is good to see. Objective complete. Let's make our way to the border now. See what type of service we can grab ourselves. Aren't really any requests coming through, so I'm not going to restrict this to half an hour just yet. Unless more things come through. Ah, yeah, we got plenty of trains here, to be fair. Then I say that 10 minutes of wait on a level crossing is too much for a train of 3 coaches. I mean, how many coaches would be needed for it to seem necessary to wait 10 minutes at a crossing, dummy? These are all for free, aren't they? I'm assuming these are really short. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's take a silent then. Say this one, an hour and a half. An S1 service 25805. Oh, I don't know if I should have done that while it was loading. It's all fine though. A smart RSN has played. And we'll add Espan Rauberg. Alrighty. Let us get moving. This is the talent that's a lot more kinder to me than the ones found on other routes. Still not a fan of the cruise control mechanism, but better than nothing, I guess. Set the headlights, turn PZB on as well as LZB. No, CIFA, sorry, not LZB. LZB would be nice. It would make things a lot easier. Put her in forward. And there we go. It's very, very dim by default, the PZB indicators. I remember that cab. This is right. This is the right train. So not chatting much. No worries, Aaron. No worries, mate. You're chatting plenty, mate. A train I've never driven from a route I've never played. And it seems that I might be missing out on too much, to be honest. Well, that is very odd. I wish I could float inside. Leave that open for the driver to come in. Okay. A game's advert and very interesting. Yeah. Okay. I won't say anything. Advertising all their wonderful DLC. Amazing. The audacity. It's funny, you know. Dovetail don't do that on their trains. Skyhook don't do it. You know the whole thing about how you'll never see a Lamborghini advert or you never see a Rolls Royce advert because there are certain, those are cars that just don't need to be advertised. Definitely getting those kind of vibes. All right, let's get moving. Once again, this screen right in my face, well, right in all of our faces. This one here with nothing on it. I wish there was just static imagery. I don't mind, you know. I think having static imagery is still very bad, realistically, for 2024, but it's at least better than a completely black screen. They stop at the center of the level crossing for a red signal, and they take 10 minutes to get a green signal. Oh, surely that could be improved, right? Surely some work could be done on that. Maybe have the signal be a little bit before, before the crossing, because that does seem a little unfair on all the cars that are stopped at the crossing, man. And then what if, God forbid, there's like a fault with the signals and the train is just there for God knows how long? I'm quite thankful actually that we don't have many crossings of the sorts in London. We do have them. You know, sort of towards, as far as I know, towards West London. There are a few. I don't know whether there are any more. I know Croydon has, which is in South, has the tram, which comes with its own issues. But for the most part, we're not too disrupted by train crossings. I forgot about the train in CSW4. Can you contact the dispatcher? Well, you can technically, yes, you can contact the signaller, but you're not going to have the dynamic behavior that you would do when speaking to a real player or a real person. These things are very, very nippy, and I like it. I really like it. I've had a lot of game time with this train on VR. Feels pretty good. They are now expanding that small line to a double track. Oh, the one you're referring to, Fiery. Well, then hopefully they can do something with the signal location then. Next, can you do Samaringbon? Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. We can do that. In that case, then, instead of running the whole line, we'll cut it off at 8:51 game time, and then we can move over to Samaringbon. Hello, Sprunklis. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? So sick. Oh no. I won't get into conspiracies, but I have had certain things, like illness related things, for weeks now consistently. So has my wife. So have a lot of people that I know, whether it be through the streams or, you know, IRL. It just seems a little strange. Just seems a little strange. And I know you're not in the UK, Sprunklis, but there was a news piece that came out recently that basically said everyone should prepare for what? We don't know, but apparently everyone should get like rations and tinned food and just stuff that you would need in like a time of war, for example. So yeah, not sure exactly what's going on right now. It seems to be a global thing as well, so a little bit worrying, but I got God. Yes, don't worry, Aaron, I got you, mate. I knew exactly what you were referring to. It's a nice route. Nice route, a little performance heavy. Now look at these. I don't know if it will come up on stream, but the distant scenery where all the trees are. I don't know if you guys you can like make out, but there were more trees on the route we just played than here. Bearing in mind the route we just played was a Train Sim World 2 route. This is a Train Sim World 4 route. Samaringbon is exactly the same. We're going to jump into Samaringbon in about 25 minutes, and you're going to see it's exactly the same thing. Though it's taking me a while to stop, we are still early, so I can afford to use up some extra time. Pollen is a problem, indeed, indeed, indeed. I am thankful. You know what? It's funny, you know. So I get it nowadays, hay fever, but not to the extreme. And I think it's karma because last year, I think either last year or the year before was my first time ever getting hay fever, and I used to just jokingly, of course, but I used to like make fun of everyone who used to get hay fever because it's like you're getting bullied by plants. But now I too get bullied by plants, so what can I say? So yes, that is an issue. And I find it disgusting as well that I was in the supermarket yesterday, I think, and I was queuing up, and near the front where they have the area where you pay, there were like hay fever tablets. And it was like one packet for like £12, which is just ridiculous, man. And it's like, fair enough. At the end of the day, business is business, and supply and demand. You take advantage of that. But we're dealing with like medical issues, you know. So I think it's all good in the car industry and whatever other, you know, generic business industry. But I don't think it's a nice thing when it's around like health related things. Capitalism moment. Yeah. Money talks. Money is power. Let me say money. Yeah. Money can open a door for power. And yeah. It just is what it is. Right, so as much as we were ready to move, denied, wait for signal change. All right, well, I'm just going to open the doors back up while we wait for this train to clear the track ahead of us. Oh, okay. Now the track ahead of us is clear for some reason. All right, let's go. So does that mean there's a train ahead of us? I think so. No power. I want to know. So I want to know why that happens. Why do I lose power sometimes? Why does this train lose power sometimes? Did I go through a neutral section and not notice? But surely it uses... Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I guess maybe I went through a neutral section. I remember that confused me so much one stream. I just didn't understand why I was losing power. I think maybe I've been spoiled by Simrail a little bit, because in Simrail, all the trains handle neutral sections automatically. And so in here, where you need to keep on top of it manually, yeah, caught me off guard. I get my allergy tablets for free, but they're mainly against like fur animals. How do you get them for free, Sprunkless? Obviously, if it's personal, you don't need to say. But brother, with how expensive those are here, to be fair, the ones here that I'm talking about refer to plants, but I'm pretty sure they would also have an effect on like animals as well, right? Interesting fun facts that's kind of on topic. I'm more allergic to dogs. Neither of them are a big allergy, but if I spend enough time around dogs, things do start happening to my skin. But I'm more allergic to dogs than I am to cats, which I find is interesting. I feel like it's usually the other way around. Voltage changes from Austria to Germany. There is that voltage change on the border dummy, but I don't think it was that one. I don't think that was it, because there are quite a few initial sections where you need to reconnect the power yourself. The one that you're talking about, the cross-border one, I think it doesn't happen on a single track. I don't remember exactly how many tracks there are, but it's definitely not a single track. I have allergen-free healthcare. I wonder if, because I'm eligible for like certain free things in healthcare. I wonder if I'll be able to get those tablets. Okay, so I would be able to get them for free, but they would have to be prescribed by a doctor. And I don't think mine gets serious to that extent where I would need it prescribed. I could maybe just set up an appointment and sweet talk my way to it, but it would take work basically. It was a prescribed. Okay, makes sense then. Yeah, makes sense. Is it quite bad then, Sprunklis? Quite serious. So how were we like over a minute early at our previous station? I've gunned it down here just for us to be late. Hello, Mr. Hamburger. You missed your request. Sorry. It's easy getting it. Just have to stab 12 things to test for different allergies. Well, yeah, but still, like I've done the prick test. But I never got prescribed anything. It was a while ago, to be fair, but still. Can I not release myself from this? Why am I on a 40-kilometer restriction? I also need to listen out as well, because when the power cuts off, the fan in the background turns off, so it'll be completely silent. That's also something I need to look out for. Hoi courts. What does that mean? What does that mean, Hank? I probably ruined the pronunciation as well. Yeah, if someone in school has any fur animal at home, I can feel it. Wow. That reminds me. So an ex-partner of mine ages ago told me how, because I have a nut allergy, so I assume we were talking about nut. We were just talking. That was what led us to talk about allergies. And she said she was at a, I think it was at a church, if I remember correctly, and she and her friends were eating like M&Ms, and there was someone in a different row, in a different column, and like way down the row, and they started itching. They started reacting, and then she noticed it was because of the chocolate they were eating. And then when they put it away, a little while after, she was fine. And it was like having that type of allergy where you're that sensitive. Scary, man. It's scary. Because I'm alright. I can handle nuts. I can like smell them. I can be around them. But the minute they enter my bloodstream now, that's when it becomes a problem. And I'm thankful that's all it is. This is S-Bahn Vorarlberg, Hank. Hey, if you... Oh, right. Hey, all right. Yeah. Did you just happen to randomly type that, or did you know that that's what we're talking about, Hank? Because that was what started this whole allergy conversation. The French would be cool to see. LG, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. We'll do after Semmeringbahn. We've still got an hour and a half to go, so there's time. But though, as we're here for about 6 minutes for some reason, and I'm gonna speed up time once I get back into the game. But let me add that onto the list. So we got Semmeringbahn from Aaron. And then LGV Med. Because I don't remember exactly how it's spelled. Am I smaller? Is my camera smaller? It's okay. Maybe I put myself on the screen. I don't know how to rotate. I don't know how to rotate. Never mind. Put myself back up here. It could also be Holy Fever. I don't think it was Holy Fever, unfortunately. Oh yeah, so let's speed up time. When voltage changes, there are some signals to tell that the voltage has changed. Yes, the blue signs would be, it's like a U basically. When it's disconnected, it means that the neutral section is there, And when it's connected again, it means that the voltage is back. It was a guess. Good guess, Hank. Good guess. Can it even do a service if you want it to do the land that you want? Okay, let's see. Oh, the hour and a half. An hour and a half is 3 routes, you know. Okay, so that will be the final run. What? Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll find whatever it runs on. I'm actually not sure off by heart what it runs on. It's a BR 182, right? Okay, that will be it. Alrighty. Always got time for you, Fairy Dummy. Always have time for you. Right, let's speed up time. Please. No. Hank, thank you for trying to help me out with the spelling. I'm just going to keep it at med. I keep it simple. Whoa, that was quick. Flipping hell. That flew by. I do have 4x speed on, to be fair. Keep it easy for myself. I know what it means. You know what it is. Everyone's happy. Everyone needs some AC or maybe even ACC. I'll DM you today, Hank. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be free this evening. If it's what I would deem to be a somewhat reasonable time, I'll DM you on Discord and just see if you're about. If I'm going to do some AC, I might do. This fly that's flying around here, I gave it a flipping slap with my slipper. Didn't see where it fell because I slapped it so hard that I didn't even know where it went. And I thought, yeah, it's not going to get back up. It's gotten back up. It was within like 2.5 hours. No. It would be like 10 p.m. local time, my local time. Like that would be the earliest, basically. Jesus Christ, go away, man. Did you know, fun fact, flies chase oxygen. That's how they always find you. They're attracted to the not oxygen, sorry, the carbon. What do we breathe out? Is it carbon dioxide? Whatever it is that we breathe out, that's what attracts them. So they always find you and come and bother you. 10 p.m. is gonna be, yeah, that's fine, Hank. Hello, Mr. J.A. How you doing, mate? Been lurking for the last half an hour or so due to a storm. Oh, I'll spare you the details. Thanks. But my body is now empty, literally watching in bed. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, man. Now you have an excuse to start Simrel early, though. Something to distract you. And trust me, it will distract you. The amount of... let me not say it as if it's like scary, but with the amount of learning required, your focus will be locked in. Sorry about that though. But yeah, man, get plenty of fluids down your. And you know what? If you're not hungry, don't eat. I've always been like forced to eat when I was ill. But I've learned that it's actually beneficial to your body if you don't eat. and there's a reason why we don't feel like eating at certain times. Obviously, not excessively. If it's, I'm not saying don't eat for if you're not hungry for like 3 days in a row, although I've done that. But yeah, it's actually good for your body. I'm doing well, JA. Thank you, man. I'm doing pretty well today. Cannot complain. I left my course early today once again after a lot of convincing. Because I really wanted to stream, so I've been asking my tutor all day today at any opportunity if I can go home early, and I finally managed to do it. If you want, you can do a freight service to speed up things. With a 182 dummy, I don't mind, my friend. I think isn't it primarily a freight loco anyway? We'll take a look at it. When are we meant to finish this, by the way? So it started at 8. Okay, so 51. Cure. Almost then. Probably in 2 stops. Do you breathe out carbon dioxide? I think so. I find you guys so funny when you tag Restreambot. My go-to food when I'm ill is chicken soup. Gives the necessary food. Chicken soup is good. I haven't had that in years. Years and years and years and years and years. There is a DB variant that is a passenger one. I mean, if you want me to do either, dummy, just let me know, man. It's completely up to y'all. How much RAM are we using? 16 gig. Pretty standard for me. Yeah, I've had some water, but now it's short term as I'm saying. Yes. Glad to hear you go early. Thank you. Time is precious when you get some day back. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Obviously, what I'm doing there is important within its own right. But, you know, at the end of the day, LWD is like my brand, my business, you know. So I'm always going to want to give it priority and invest as much. I feel very odd when I sit down. And the thing is I shouldn't, because it's actually healthy. But I feel odd when I'm sat down and not working one way or another. And it's not good because we all need some downtime. I'm downloading TSW4. Problem with my special launcher for Linux is that I manually got pressed down on each TLC. That sucks. Why is everything Linux related always more complicated? I guess it's a good trade-off because the general experience is better from what I've heard. But even in terms of gaming, it's only in recent years, isn't it, that games are more now are starting to run better on Linux, generally speaking. Right, we'll go to the next station and we'll do a handover. 182 is of course passenger. Oh yeah! I'm thinking about something. Wait, am I thinking about something else? No. So on Castle Wurzburg, it's only used for freight. So that's why in my head I've had that it's a freight loco. I could fix it myself by editing the source code, but I'm lazy. That's the beauty of Linux, eh? I guess in your eyes, I'm a peasant, a peasant Windows user. I always find Linux versus Windows challenges fun. I'm actually quite surprised. I think if I was introduced to Linux at a younger age than when I did find out about it, it's definitely more my type of thing. I do like tinkering, so I think I definitely would have been attracted to it. But it's almost like it's too late now, you know. I've settled with Windows. I'm comfortable here. Although with how Microsoft are moving, I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to suffer with windows. Wow, this is a full set of sidings. Oh my god, it's really busy. We'll fly over once we get to Wolfert, but it's very, very, very busy here. Wow, that's really nice to see. Damn, I'm happy when I can make a script that put hello. Right, Hank. That's about as far as I can go, mate. Without help of ChatGPT. Windows is fine, but Windows got me mad and I'm not turning back. What about it got you mad? Because there are so many things that could have got you mad, Sprunkless. Which one out of the hundreds of things got you mad enough to never go back? I got into my PC for 3 years already and have active. Oh man, I couldn't live with the little sign on the bottom right, Hank. I couldn't, man. It would drive me crazy. It deleted my code as it was. Wait, and you couldn't get it back? Usually when things are removed, there's usually a way to get them back. I understand that frustration though. Jesus Christ. Well, I don't understand it exactly, but I can imagine. It's your work. It's literally your work. I cannot get it back. Okay. Was it like a lot? Was it a lot of codes? Must have been, right? Look how much is going on here. Including those little locos there. Oh my lord. Brother. Wow. Right, so let's hand over. Right, thank you very much, sir. Not sure when this train's due to depart. Can I still make it out? Nope. See ya. Right, let's head over to... I need to check. Just use Windows 98. Not too much code. Thank God for that then. Well, that made sure the PC would turn into center of the slide. I don't know how mine's okay. Mine just decides to act up when it pleases. Like, I did Long Island Railroad a couple weeks ago, and it just blew itself up, basically. I actually couldn't finish the run. We didn't even get to New York Penn. It was outside New York Penn before we even, as you're getting into the tunnel. And then we ran it yesterday, I think, or the day before, and it was completely fine. So, go figure. Right. Aspen Vorarlberg has been played. Let's go over to Samaringbahn now. I got more mad after the Switch as Windows backed up my desktop and everything, but not my videos folder. Why? In the videos folder, I have my training for... Oh. That sucks. That actually sucks. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. I've had my fair share of L's with Windows. Hello Ben, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Started playing early, mate. Great game. Nice one. What routes were you driving on? I had most of the good ones, but still on my phone, so it was not too bad. Fair, but it's like, I don't know, it's still personal, right? So you still sort of feel the hit. Sorry, man. Start from the bottom up this time. It's always something with AFB, isn't it? It's always something. I'll turn it on as we are on the move. Or just on the 30 seconds left. Was only doing the trainings and the stuff before I had to come to work, so I'll be back on it tonight. Fair enough, fair enough. I haven't been there for a while, a long while. Do you have AWS on? Yeah, I have everything. Everything that can possibly be turned on. AWS, DSD, DVD, PZB, LZB, CFA, and whatever else exists. Please stay on the outside. I'm pulling away for the sounds. Yes, sir. Or shall I use I'll use this cam. Much more realistic with it on, isn't it? That's why I tend to go for the most realistic experience. There's a little song, Hank. Be good if you can get AWS full codes, actually. Oh man, Ben, we can only wish, man. We can only wish. We can barely get a working GSMR, mate. Or should I say functional GSMR? Got a double header over there, carrying some tankers. Yeah, good sound is subjective, I would say, Hank. I feel like if I was a driver of these trains IRL, I would get sick of it very, very quickly. I feel like the charm doesn't last long. I didn't notice there's not any function on the GSMR. Yeah. Some trains have some degree of functionality. Of course, very basic. Everything else is not great. Not great at all. I feel like by now, you know, the thing is, right? Some Armstrong Powerhouse mods, sorry, train like enhancement packs have a lot more detail for those trains that are in Train Sim Classic than Dovetail have in Train Sim World, which is a bit embarrassing in my opinion, because they've been doing it for some time. And if you don't even have that functionality, that level functionality here, you know, in 2024 in a game that's meant to be so much more advanced, then what are they doing, man? Did you not drive with ATB? I have never even heard of ATB, Hank, so I can't say that I do. What is ATB and how does it work? Educate myself and anyone else that might not know what it is. Please. I do love the running sounds. I do love it when a train has some little creaks and, you know, squeaks here and there. I think in TSW sometimes I have to rely on the route having challenging gradients, etc., as the trains themselves were easy. Yeah. So that's why I always tell people that are players of Train Sim World that SimRail has a learning curve, because it's more complicated than Train Sim World. And I found myself the other day thinking about that, and I realized that I can't really explain how. I'm not sure even I know how, but I just know that it is, you know. And I'm not quite sure why that is, but yeah. I think the only really complicated trains in the game are, well, steam trains, and even they are poorly done across the board, and the British Rail 101, which I don't know about other people, but with me personally, I found that after like 3 or 4 runs with it, I had perfected my braking with it. I feel like the gears are very easy to work, so it was really just the braking that was a bit of a tough nut to crack. But it didn't really take me long, man. I don't know. Be good if you can contact signaler. If I heard that red signal, it looks to me that all the signals are kept to green when the road doesn't happen like that. And that's why Simrail is bait, because in Simrail it is so dynamic. Some dispatchers are real players and this is beautiful. But yes, the Train Sim World, you can get into contact with the signaler, but there's not that dynamic aspect, you know. So if you get stuck at a red, you can contact the signaler and he'll tell you either denied and wait for the signal to change, or they'll let you through. But that's it. There's no deeper story to it, you know. You don't get a, oh yeah, you're waiting for this train, da 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 da, or oh there's a fault here, you know, or oh there's an issue here. You don't get that in Simrail. You get that. ATB is a Dutch. Oh, it's Dutch. I thought it might have been German. Dutch railway protection system. It's very simple. No confirmations or anything. It checks speed, and when passing yellow, it forces you to brake by a certain amount. The basic system does allow you to pass reds. So yeah. Okay, so it's not that intrusive then, which is quite interesting actually. And with the forcing you to brake, are we talking like what we have on Long Island Railroad, where the train will brake for you? Yeah, it allows you to spad, but it would be good to get in contact with signalers. What allows you to spad, Ben? Train Sim World doesn't allow you to spad. If you spad in Train Sim World, the run just ends, and your whatever progress you are making is down the drain. But like with Simrail, for example, in multiplayer, if you go past the red, the train it would just teleport you back behind the red, and you can continue on. To be fair, most of the time, the signalers will send wait signal if they're sitting at a red. Are you referring to what are you referring to, Ben? IRL? Okay, so once we hit 10 AM in game, we'll call it there. The current version is extra protected with ATBVV, which has beacons on the track preventing spads. Huh. Does the game not have TBWS on the train when it has spad? No. As soon as you pass in Train Sim World, the second you pass the danger signal, you're done. It will forcefully end the run for you, and you either start it again, hope that you've remembered to save the game somewhere, and those two are your only options. There is TPWS, and it does work the majority of the time. But once you pass danger, you're finished. I'm gonna read on my PC. I've got the new long-time support version of Community today. Okay, Sprunklis. Good luck. I don't know who's got an NVIDIA GPU, but I wonder if the bug is still going on where we can't log in. Because I saw an update yesterday. Didn't want to update it before the stream, but then as soon as the stream finished yesterday, I turned off the PC. So I wanted to do it today, and I just couldn't log in. I was very confused. Like, the whole thing was acting very, very weird. So then I googled it, and indeed, from about 6 AM, I don't know what time zone it is though, but it says from 6 AM, and a note was posted by NVIDIA saying that they're looking into login issues. I'm talking in real life if a train comes to red signals. Oh, okay. It's red for a reason to just send wait. Yeah, but that's the thing, Ben. You're dealing with real people. So that's why, for me, Simrail excels. Because as much as you can have AI dispatchers, which obviously isn't the same, but when you've got players at signal boxes, you can ask them, hey, you know, what's going on, basically. And they'll tell you, and there will be a reason for you stopping. With Train Sim World, there's a chance that the game's bugged. I'm not sure what the signaler says in those instances. I think it's something along the lines of you being off route, something like that. But even if it's a genuine red, the most that the signaler will do once you get into contact with them is tell you that you need to wait and nothing else. Because what you can do is request to pass. So they say no, basically. There's no option to ask why the red is there. There's no option to find out how long you're expected to be there. It's just either you can go past or you can't go past. But in the Netherlands, we're currently planning on replacing the entire railway system with ETCS level 2. I mean, it seems to work pretty well, doesn't it? Where it's used right now. So I think that would make sense. Pardon me. And it would be good to get the whole of like Europe, for example, on the same systems. It would make border crossing a lot easier. I thought this red was going to be at the end of the station. I think it's just before. Caught me out pretty good. It'd be good if they had track circuit force where they'd allow you to pass signal on danger with permission. Yeah, would be nice. If you get like a shunting signal, for example, it's obviously fine. But that's about the only time you'll go past a red at all. I can't make out how far this signal is. FIFA. Have we caught up to a service ahead of us? Where's the phone? There you go. Denied. Oh my god, voice crack again. Denied. Wait for signal to change, and that's the most we're gonna get. Yeah, and the Dutch system is quite old. It's based off a US system brought to the Netherlands with the Marshall Aid system. So it was an old relay from like the 50s. Yeah, it's time for a change then. Definitely time for a change. Before it's too late, you know, but before an incident happens where change is forced. Anyway, mate, enjoy and back off. All right, Ben, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, mate. Have a good one, man. Hope work is well. It's not great here today, man. Yesterday raining, today it's raining. It's the end of May, you know. Has my watch died again? No. Welcome back to Bronkless. Are we going onto a single track? Well, yeah. Well, this freight service was on our track. That's fine. Let's get back to signaling trains. Take care.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I wish all trains responded this quickly when using AFB. I had the 182 once in Germany. It was amazing. Sadly, I got almost no videos from the station to my phone almost being dead. I had a very similar painful experience, you know. It wasn't to do with trains, so I was at a concert,
Freigabe.
and
Freigabe.
you know they'll do like a lot of like side questy type like artists and musicians before like the main artist comes out. So I had all the videos of all the people that came up before. Some of them were like big, others not so big. And by the time the two main artists came out, my phone was dead. And I got zero footage. Hey, I guess I got to enjoy it in the moment. But I will never forgive my phone for that. Never. At least you got to hear it, Sprunkless. I'm very limited where I am. I guess I could just go out. It's not exactly cheap. You know what? I saw someone posted on Instagram yesterday like train ticket prices. Man, I think it was from like Newcastle or something, or maybe it was Edinburgh. I don't know. Basically, it was within the UK, a return train. I think it was Newcastle to London, something of the sorts. Over £1,000. Over £1,000. Travel prices are ridiculous here, man. It's because no one makes any noise. You see the French. The minute they're not happy about something, they protest. And how do they protest? They will F things up. Yeah, what the farmers have been doing recently is crazy. What, like, it's just people they really go in. And we just sit here in the UK, bite our tongue, get absolutely violated by all these companies and the economy, and we just don't do anything about it. So why wouldn't we get stomped all over? It's ridiculous, man. But I would love to like go out of London and see the different trains that are about. Maybe get on a steam rail tour, which are super expensive, by the way. Just yeah, man. I wish it was a little more accessible, you know. Like the only freight loco I've seen a 37, but it was when I was on my way to Southampton, and that ticket was paid for because it was I was going to do an interview with a train operating company. So they gave me free travel, and I don't remember exactly what location in the UK I was in, but I saw a 37 and I was so excited, man, so excited. I think I've seen a 10. Is it 108? The little steam, it had the steam traction type wheels. But other than those brief moments, there's just either a bunch of Class 66s or or the underground or the overground. Just very limited, basically. I just sat and looked at trains for like 3 hours. My train home arrived. There are worse ways to spend your time. Sprunkless. Once traveled with a rail jet, so I had some more than enough time to check it out. Aren't they super fast though, Hank? Trains are expensive. Tell me about it. A 193 costs 18 million. Jesus Christ. Oh no, I meant tickets. I meant tickets wise. I got their 18s are so much cheaper. Yeah. Make the most of it, man. Make the most of it. Because when you start paying adult prices, well, I don't know about where you are, Sprunkless, but definitely here, when you start paying adult prices, yeah, it's not great.
FIFA.
Yeah, the price of like the actual trains themselves are wild. Out of this world. Completely out of this world. Being under 18 and booking under 24 hours before is a fraction of the adult price. I need to get myself a fake ID or something, man. Well, it'd be hard to, with his face, to try and get away with being somewhat apparently under 18. But at this point, it's worth the risk, man. This really is a beautiful route, isn't it? I feel like it's let down a little bit by the scenery, by Dovetail scenery, but like there's enough in it for me to know that yeah, this is a beautiful route in real life. Look at all of those second-class coaches. Don't ruin it. You see what I mean about the trains, about the trees up here? Rösig Nord had this all like covered in trees. A TSW2 route. Maybe train prices are wild. Really? Guess it's the same everywhere, man. What a shame. Apparently, prices are crazy in the US as well. Looked at Linux compatibility with Proton and saw there's no bugs outside the ones created by Dovetail. They ain't wrong. Well, I'm not sure about Proton exactly, obviously, but in terms of the Dovetail bugs, yeah. Actually sounds legit. I still can't get over the fact that they had a team dedicated to fixing bugs and bringing routes up to newer standards, and they dissolved them. It just shows you where Dovetail's heads are at, man. Proton is a thing to make .exe run on Linux. I know very little. I recognize the names. I know of Wine as well, but I don't know the details. You know. It's always seemed complicated to me, but obviously that's only because I've never really delved into it. But I know if I was to delve into it, a lot of things would make a lot of sense. But I'm at orange as well. I can't win with this camera, man. I can't wait till I get a proper camera, you know. Maybe it's the backlight, I don't know. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't expensive either. But still. Proton is a Steam-made thing. The basic thing is called Wine. As in... Okay, I'm not even gonna ask. I have something in my head, but I don't know how to put it into words, you know? So... I'm just gonna leave it. I really don't want to move to Windows 11. I don't like being forced to move, to change Windows. I was really happy with Windows 7. And then they dropped support. And I'm happy now with Windows 10. They're dropping support. So I have to go into Windows 11. And I don't want to. Pardon me. I don't want to, man. I need to find out when they're dropping support and when it's no longer going to be free. To move to Windows 11. They keep trying to shove it down my throat, and when Windows 10 advertises Windows 11, it's actually difficult to find the buttons you need to press to stay on Windows 10. There's a name for it. Is it dark marketing or something like that? There's a name for it. Dark patterns, I think. Is it? I don't know. There's dark something or another. Windows 7 is the last good Windows OS. Yeah, well, it was definitely the last Windows to have a working search function. How do you mess up a search function, Microsoft? Yeah, Windows 7 was good, mate. I think it was my favorite. I searched on €70 for a 3-hour ride. For what train, Domi? OBB, okay. I guess it depends where you're going to, isn't it? And it depends whether you're getting a return ticket as well or not. It had the perfect balance between modern and backwards compatibility. Yeah. That was a big thing. That was a really big thing, actually. I don't know why companies make certain choices, man. Money, I guess. Money, innit? Really, realistically. Like, at the end of everything, at the end of whatever it may be, end of the day, everything is a business. Whether you take TSW as an example, whether you take Windows as an example, it's business. How can Microsoft make money off a new version of Windows without giving us a new version of Windows? And wasn't Windows 10 marketed as the last Windows update? That went well. Companies are just starting to take the piss now, man. It's almost become normal to just flat out lie, and when they do it, no one cares, and it's fine now. It's just fine. Like, no one does anything about it. God forbid a company gets punished, as they should, for things like lying and unfair practices. They already sell your data for money. Everyone does. The only way to avoid your data being given out is go live in a forest with no phone. It's so funny, like when people are shocked that their data is here, there, and everywhere. It's like, what do you think? What do you think? The only way to protect yourself is by not owning an electronic device. I just assume that everything I do on any device is being monitored in real time. You just have to learn not to care. If it matters to you so. Tell me why Apple's new iOS update brought back deleted photos. Oh, Apple really hit everyone with the, oh, you thought we got rid of those photos, huh? You thought we got rid of those videos, huh? Come on, man. And then people were shocked. People switching to Linux as a way to protest Microsoft practices. Yeah, right, but how many people are switching over? The people doing that aren't making even a dent is an overstatement. They aren't even making a dent. You know what I'm saying? In Microsoft earnings. So it is what it is. The majority of people are just gonna say yes, put their head down and follow. I don't care about them selling my data. It's not like my data is super special or something. Yeah, yeah. They can do what they want, honestly. Because the thing is, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. And when there is an opportunity to avoid it, and they give you the option, they make it so difficult to choose the privacy option. Whenever I visit a website, I always do the whole like reject thing about cookies. Do you know how long it takes sometimes? It takes me like a whole minute sometimes to untick all the things. And that's actually illegal. But who cares? They don't get punished. No one cares. Apple are only now starting to get punished for some of their practices. They've been getting away with it for 2 decades. The more that Switch leads, the more people thinking about switching, and the more Switch. Right, Sprunkless, but how big, how being realistic, man, being realistic. Is that number even in the millions? It's like when people in Train Sim World say, I'm gonna vote with my wallet. Everyone vote with your wallet. But we can't let this keep going. All these bugs and all of this and all of that. And we're being given poor routes for extortionate prices. Vote with your wallet. The 10 people that are going to do that, the 50, if even that, people that are going to do that, it's not going to make a dent. It's not going to make a dent. Businesses do what makes them profit. So understand that as long as they continue doing what they're doing it because that's what makes them money. Meaning enough people aren't doing anything. Look at Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, with the recent stuff that was going on, it was like the whole player base was in one mind, and it had an effect instantly. It had an effect, and then it had an effect afterwards, and it had an effect afterwards. I don't know where things stand currently, but it worked because everyone was in the same mind. That's what you need for change. If you're not gonna have enough people changing, they'll continue doing it. Are you gonna tell me that Dovetail are gonna bring their Train Sim Classic subscription stuff into next month and the next month, and then still be doing it next year, and then bring it into Train Sim World because people aren't doing it? They're gonna do it because it works. No matter how stupid it is, no matter how many people will speak against it, if it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. But I would have liked if they gave me like 5% of the earnings of it. That's fair, I guess. But I'm heading off. All right, Heck, take. Oh my god, that scared me. Flipping hell. That scared me. What was that? Posture check. Thank you. Oh my god. Well, people saying it does not make a dent are part of the problem. Trying to resist and not making a dent is better than not resisting and being part of it. Either way, if I now, for example, go into Linux, I'm one person. You know, you still need all the other people. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You gotta be realistic, man. If there's no like massive change in what people from people, if the number of people that are making these moves aren't huge, it's not gonna make a difference. How many people have moved over to Linux in protest right now? What difference has it made? Hey, hello, Crafty. Yo, can you check out my pictures on? Yeah, sure, let's go. Let me have a little look. What have we got now, by the way? I need to have a little gander. We're gonna finish a little after time, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. Oh, all right. Hopefully we can get this train going off the bat now. We've had enough of a nightmare with it. Ooh. What are the chances that we just had a Taurus as well? Yo, that burgundy, you know what? The burgundy paint job, that burgundy livery, I raised my eyebrow at it at first, but you know what? I feel like it's actually quite nice. Let's do this one. The market share of Linux has rapidly gotten to 4% and is still increasing and does so at a higher rate than before. Do you think all the sale of all the Steam Decks have an effect on that number? Sprunkless. I know it might sound silly, but realistically, you know. Okay, I'll work that out in a second. I've messed something up here. I'm not sure what it is. Burgundy. You don't know the color burgundy, Crafty? Google it. You'll know what I mean. Somewhat, but even before Steam Deck, the rate increased, and it has always been growing faster and fast, even if it does so slowly. Also growing faster. I guess we'll see. Eventually, it will have an effect. It's not going to be this way forever. But yeah, for now, I'm content with Windows. But I do feel like at some point in the near future, I think I might start looking at other options, to be honest. Oh, it's red bait. Yeah, like a dark red. Like a dark red. Right, I hope I've done this all correctly, you know. I feel like I haven't, because that circuit breaker thing is still there. Whoops. Okay. No, we should be in DC, should it? Oh, the pantograph is not even up. Shouldn't we be in DC as well? Okay, now we've got power. Yes. Where's the fan mode? Yeah. It was initially set to AC, and it was even lowered anyway. So that was very botty of me to not even like notice that. Getting closer and closer to the day where we'll do this route, and I'll get the train moving like that. To be fair, there's complications in it, and like I've never done the tutorial for the train. I think I have done the tutorial for the train. Never completed it though. Never done like the journey mode of it. So it's almost like every time in a way, it's like I'm doing it for the first time every time. So some more pics. I want to check them out. I will do. Oh, interior pics. Sick. What information is you? What is the iPad used for? That is such a sick shot. Oh my god. I love that one. Both of them. Also, what train is that? In the last pic. That laptop is used to see at what kilometers the stations are, so the driver knows how to stop. Oh, so like an Ebula type thing then? You're a very lucky man. Right, but what train is in the last pick? Like what class train? I know it's not a flirt, but it's giving me like flirt vibes. 4748. Okay. We really need another French route, man. How strange is it that Dovetail claimed this route was their bestseller a couple of years back, but they never made another French route? Very, very strange. Very interesting. Siemens Desiro. Desiro ML. I don't know my Desiros too well, I'll be very honest with you. I know we have at least one in the UK. I thought that was a pumpkin. Doesn't UK have floats? We do. We do indeed. They run not too far from where I am situated. I am in London, yes. From in... when were you here? Did you get a chance to ride on the flirts as well? I don't actually know where they go to. I think they start at Liverpool Street, if I'm not mistaken. I know they go through Stratford, but I don't know where they continue on to. I think they go past North London as well, if I'm not mistaken. I won't be able to do the 142, unfortunately, Crafty. We've only got time for one more after this, which will be a route with the 182. I was in London when the Queen died. Oh, 2022, right. This 2.5% gradient is really testing this train. You're going to Munich next week, cool. For any particular reason, or just like a holiday type thing? With family, nice one, man. I think there's plenty to see in Munich, isn't there? So hopefully have a good time, man. I just got an achievement. Operate the TGV for 200 kilometers. That'll give you an idea of how little I've played with this with this train. We were there for like a few days. I have no school from Thursday to Sunday. Yeah, it's decent, man. I think that's like the perfect amount of time. Enough time to see things, relax as well, but not, you know, not getting sick of it. Good for you, man. Nabil's just gone away today on his holiday as well. Happy for you guys, man. It's good to get a little break. I'm going to train me. Ooh! You're doing it well. You're doing it well. Then you have 6 exam. Oh no. Well, hey, at least you're gonna be well rested, right? You're gonna be healthy in mind, so you'll be prepared. Stops way too early. The brakes really kicked in because it seemed like I was going to go way too fast into the station. So I was really heavy on the brakes. I shall bear that in mind. And then I'm going to study some more math. Yeah, good idea, Crafty, man. Good idea. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good rest of your day and hope you have a good study session as well. Gonna be here for a while loading up passengers. I always find that coming to the station too slow as I still have to convert kilometers to miles in my head. Only in case like I don't have that issue. I mean, I look at the HUD at the top anyway to try and help me with that. That's an issue I'm finding I'm suffering from. Suffering? I guess I can say suffering right now in Simrail. Starting to get better and I'm starting to sort of narrow it down. But yeah. If everything was in miles, it would be a lot quicker. To be fair, even knowing the conversion, it still takes me way too much time to do the maths in my head. What is the point in that little track? Perhaps I also use the HUD more myself for running. Yeah, that's the thing. Listen, a baby doesn't go straight to sprinting, you know. There's always baby steps. So yeah, good idea to take things slow. So I've started off right now by removing the timetable HUD and referring to the like the paper timetable, the paper schedule inside the trains in SimRail. So that's step one, and then hopefully step two can maybe be removing like the speedometer with all the throttle levels and braking levels as well. I need to be constantly reminding myself of that as well as I play Microsoft Flight Sim, because I really want to get to the point where I can just play like completely manually without having the game do anything for me. But I'm a long while away from that. A long while away. Seeing this train go past at top speed and having the game at 4 times world speed should be fun. My next step on MSFS will be VATSIM, I think. Never used it before. But I thought, yeah, I find there's a lot of dead time on cruise. Yeah, that's scary. That's a bit scary right now. I'm literally like, I'm working my way through the training activities, and right now I'm just learning to fly. Is it VFR? Using VFR. So I'm literally, when we're talking baby steps, I'm not still in the womb at this point. So VATSIM is, oof, I don't even want to think about it right now. It's really dark in here. I don't want to think about that right now, man. But I do intend one day to get there. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I just need to give it more time. I play like less than 10 hours a week, you know, and I'm making good progress, to be honest. Well, in that time, so yeah. I wish the VR functionality was a little bit better, because the VR's nice, but I mean with the controllers as well. I really feel like, to a degree of course, there would be a lot less need for peripherals if the VR controllers worked as I feel they should, to be honest. Okay, so what if I put, okay, we're not on 320 kilometers, but what if I put the world time to 4 times speed and use the outside camera? Jesus Christ. The way the scenery pops in is a little bit strange. I haven't seen it in any other route. Maybe it's because of the speed we're traveling at. When it's about to get worse. I've literally only driven the Cessna properly. I haven't touched any other plane. I briefly flew an A320, but that was like mainly on autopilot. I did very, very little. I need to learn how to use the trim as well. I feel like I could have so much benefit that I'm not making use of. And I'd hate to like finally learn how to use it properly and then realize that I've been missing out so much. As I was installing TSW4, I noticed I forgot that I had New York to Trenton DLC. What's the performance like on Linux, Brunkless? That's a good DLC, by the way, in my opinion. New York Penn is super full. You got layers from Long Island Railroad. Runs as good as 1 minute, not better. Fair enough. Fair enough. I had a problem with like 1 or 2 games, but with Proton 9, everything works. Not everything, as in like any game. If so, then Linux has gone much further in quite a short time than I was last aware of. Any game on Steam or Epic. Fair enough. Can't knock the development rate of Linux. It's been crazy, man. Especially if you compare it to something like Windows. Crazy development. has problems with some Windows 95 games, but it's not even working on Windows 95 virtual machine. I mean, I think, I think we can let them off for that. I guess eventually even things like that will get ironed out. But as long as, let's say, like you can play, let's say, AAA titles that are recent, then that's solid ground already. Hey, yo, 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 yo. Mr. Safe Show is the man himself. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How was work as well? I've heard that Fortnite does not work on Linux. I've not tried it. So not everything then. Uses everything on Steam and Epic. But if you haven't tried it yourself, then fair enough. It's all rumors right now, just rumors. Good and good. No crash this time. Great. That's a dub. Should be laughing about it, to be honest. All good. That's what we like to hear. When MSFS, good question. When I've put a bit more time into it, I need to check how many hours I've got in the game. I don't even think it's reached 10 yet. When I'm able to actually, like, you know, do like a multiplayer flight, for example, where we all fly together, maybe. I mean, I could just do some nice like stuff with a Cessna, which is the only plane that I have experience in right now. But yeah, definitely still need to do some more training modules. I've just started the VFR stuff. The shared cockpit. I've seen that. I saw that in a recent video that I watched, which is cool. Which is cool. I guess maybe we could make use of that as well. But I'm rewriting the schedule very soon, the stream schedule, and I'm going to try and introduce as many games as I can onto it. So, yeah, I guess we'll see, innit? We will see. But I will definitely be streaming it. I just want to get to grips with it a bit more. I have been enjoying it though. I've been really enjoying it. Thank you again for the gift. Here's a link. Thank you. Is it not an official thing? Offline Scotsman on Somerset as a layer. Yes, sir. For a while now, Sprunkless, thanks to the work of one passionate Dovetail employee. No, third party. I mean, that's cool. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind. Can you DM me that link instead, please, if you don't mind, on Discord? Either DM me or just put it in the MSFS channel. I wish there was a shared cockpit for like the truck sims, you know, because like imagine being in like VR, for example, and you're with someone and they've got a VR headset, you've got a VR headset, and you're both in the game. That'd be a game. I used to dream about that, man. That would be a game changer. I don't know why I want it so bad. Ooh. I did not expect this to take as long as it has, you know. Domi, are you still about? I don't think Domi's still about. I think I'm gonna end it here because I wouldn't want to run the route just for like 10 minutes. So we'll make this the last run of the day. Almost a perfect stop. We take those. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. I really wish we had more French routes. It just makes no sense to me why Dovetail wouldn't invest time and effort into making another French route if this truly was their best seller. It's an interesting statement to make, considering it's definitely not up there with the best. And I remember when Matt said it on the forums, everyone was like, huh? But I guess we'll take their word for it. Lovely jubbly. I have curiosity though. Where does the 182 run? On quite a few routes, goodness me. I haven't done this route in so long, you know. I've done almost all the timetable runs for it. Okay, cool. I'll bear that in mind for next time then, if Domi's here next time. But for now, my people, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me once again for a very nice session, a very chilled session of Train Sim World 4. We will be back with Train Sim World next week, Monday, as tomorrow we begin our escapade, if I can call it that, into SimRail. We'll be streaming it tomorrow So tomorrow's Thursday, so we'll be streaming it tomorrow evening from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then Friday, as was announced today on the Discord, we'll be streaming from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So what we were doing previously then before this week. That my features are added then. Oh, yeah. Well, by tomorrow, ooh. We'll see. We'll see. I'll put the map up if you want me to highlight certain things that are your works. But other than that, it will be restricted to my phone. But I'll leave it there. Thank you everyone who's joined. Thank you all, whether you've sat back and chilled and lurked, whether you've engaged in requesting or conversation. I appreciate you all the same, and I look forward to streaming to you all tomorrow once again. So thank you once again. Have a lovely rest of your day. Please look after each other, stay safe, keep well, and peace out.